You pull your phone out as you sit in the living room, and the email subject line nails you. Schedule change. Your flight now departs tomorrow. The room goes quiet for a second. You can still hear the hum of the fridge and the soft click of the kettle, but your whole plan rearranges in a second. Maybe the boarding pass in the airline app now shows a new date, or the gate display at the airport suddenly reads a different departure day. That little red stamp of change can feel like a punch. Flights, hotels, meetings, caregiving plans, everything hinges on that one tiny date. Start slow and clear-headed. The immediate small checks at home or at the airport take 2 minutes and decide whether you accept a rebooking or demand a refund.
If your flight happens to be canceled or delayed, Compensair will help you get compensation for the inconvenience and get your money back without wasting time on red tape. Get a refund for your canceled flight right.
First, check the airline app and the official email. Look for the exact wording. Is it a schedule change, a cancellation, or a reaccommodation? Save screenshots and the original booking confirmation. Second, check your booking reference and the flight number. Sometimes airlines reassign you to a different flight number that departs on a different day or with a different routing. Third, check alternative flights, both on that airline and on competitors, and note times and fares. Fourth, if you bought through a third-party site, open that confirmation too. You may have extra steps or limitations. Now call this process the paperwork moment. Take screenshots, note timestamps, and write down the agent's name if you speak with someone. These are your proof if you later request a refund, compensation, or reimbursement for expenses. Why do airlines move flights to another day? Mostly logistics, crew scheduling, aircraft rotation, maintenance, hub connection timing, or low passenger loads. Think of the airline like a bus company that runs a chain of buses. If one bus breaks or the next driver is late, the whole chain shifts and some buses run on new schedules. That analogy matters because it shows what the airline can and can't control quickly. Sometimes the airline is fixing a safety or maintenance problem, not your fault. And sometimes it's juggling profitability, fewer passengers making a route uneconomic. The reason affects your rights. Here are the concrete outcomes you need to know and the risks if you do nothing. Worst case, you lose the whole trip cost because the rebooked flight is unusable for your schedule. You miss non-refundable hotels or events, and you lose time and money on overnight stays. Financially, if you accept a later flight without documenting options, you could be stuck with the remaining ticket value only as a voucher instead of a cash refund, and vouchers can have expiration dates and blackout rules. Rebooking fees or fare differences can range from $0, waived by the airline, up to several $100s if you choose a new flight with a higher fare. If the airline is at fault under rules like EU 261, compensation can be €250, €600 on top of refunds for cancellations. In the US, the DOT requires refunds for significant schedule changes or cancellations if you choose not to travel, but there's no national fixed compensation grid like the EU's. Here's a step-by-step practical plan to take immediately, whether you're at home or at the airport. 1. Confirm the change and collect proof. Screenshot the new itinerary, the original itinerary, and any message, text, or email. If you're at the airport, take a photo of the gate display or your printed boarding pass with the new date. These are the primary evidence if a refund or compensation claim follows. 2. Check your legal entitlement quickly. If you're flying from or into the EU on an EU carrier or EU-based travel, Rules like EU 261 may give you refund plus compensation when the airline cancels or significantly delays and can't get you there within a reasonable time. If you're in the US, DOT rules require a refund to the original form of payment for a canceled flight or a significant change if you choose not to accept the new schedule. For other countries, search the National Aviation Authority website or your ticket's contract of carriage. That's the airline's legal fine print. 3. Decide what you want: immediate rebooking, full refund, or an accepted voucher. If you need to keep plans, meetings, care responsibilities, prioritize cash refund or rebooking on the same-day alternatives. If you can be flexible and the airline offers a free same-class rebooking that fits, that's often the cheapest option. 4. Use the fastest channel to act. If you're at the airport, head to the airline gate desk or customer service desk. A face-to-face agent can sometimes rebook you faster than an app. If you're at home, use the airline app first. Many apps have a rebook button. Then call the airline if the app won't do it. Keep hold times short by starting with the app, because while you're waiting in phone queues, you can screenshot and compare alternatives. 5. Document any expenses the airline causes. If the change forces an overnight stay, ask the agent if the airline will provide meals, hotel, and transport. Some carriers and contracts of carriage require basic care. If denied, keep receipts. Your credit card or travel insurance may reimburse these, and documented denial from the airline strengthens a later claim. Quick mid-script note: if you're finding this helpful, please hit subscribe and like so you can find these tips quickly the next time a schedule change hits your plans. Many useful links can be found in the description. Let me give you a plain language comparison so you can judge what to accept. If the airline offers a free rebooking within 24 hours for the same class and similar times, that's often worth accepting because it preserves your paid seat and avoids a refund process. If the offered alternative moves you by a full day and breaks a hotel booking, car rental, or a connection you can't make, a refund is usually the better option, especially if you can rebook a different carrier for roughly the same price. Think of it like a hotel overbooking. A free upgrade to a similar room keeps your trip intact, but a room change that leaves you without a bed for a night means you want cash back and a new plan. Concrete cost examples. A short domestic one-way may cost $100, $300 to rebook the next day at last-minute fares. A long-haul international rebooking could be $150, $600 or more, depending on class and season. If the airline's change forces a hotel overnight, on average, reimbursement needs for a reasonable mid-range hotel run $80, $200. Under EU rules, cancelled flights can mean a refund plus €250, €600 compensation if the carrier is responsible. In the US, you can generally get a full cash refund to your card for a cancelled flight, but compensation beyond a refund isn't guaranteed unless the airline's own contract promises it. Cheapest, safest solution for most passengers: ask for either a free same-class rebooking that keeps your connections or an immediate cash refund to the original payment method. If you're flexible and planning to travel later anyway, a voucher can be acceptable, but only if you understand its terms and expiration. Always insist on a written confirmation of any rebooking or refund promise, email or app screenshot. If the agent offers only a voucher and you want cash, say clearly, "I do not accept a voucher. I want a cash refund to my original method of payment under," insert country rule if applicable. If the agent refuses, ask to escalate to a supervisor. Now a specific hidden fee and booking site trick to watch for. Some third-party booking sites advertise low fares but sell non-refundable tickets and then direct you to the airline for changes, only to collect a separate service fee when you try to change through them. Another common trick is airlines offering a credit-only option during disruptions. They push vouchers with bonuses that look attractive but expire quickly or can't be used on partner flights. The way to refuse an upsell is simple. Decline the voucher, request the airline's refund policy paragraph, and record the request in writing via chat or email. If a third-party site balks, go to the airline directly. DOT and many national regulators recognize legal refund claims to the carrier, even if you booked through an agent. If the airline gives you pushback, escalate with evidence. Your screenshots, the agent's name/time, and the exact contract language. A quick search for refund in the airline's contract of carriage usually surfaces the rule. If you're in the EU, reference EU 261 by flight number and reason. If in the US, reference DOT guidance that refunds are required for cancellations and significant itinerary changes. For disputes, use your credit card company's chargeback process as a last resort. Note that chargebacks can take weeks and are not guaranteed if the airline provides proof it offered an alternative. A few extra practical tips. Use the airline app to track any automated rebookings. Sometimes the carrier immediately assigns you a new flight within the app with a button to accept or decline. Keep receipts for any expenses the schedule change forces on you. If you have travel insurance, check whether schedule change or missed connection is covered. Many policies reimburse reasonable additional travel costs. And always double-check the new flight's connections. A rebooked outbound might cancel your return if the systems don't link correctly. Finally, the straight talk. If the new date breaks essential plans, demand a cash refund and rebook elsewhere. If the airline offers reasonable reaccommodation and you can work with the new day, accept it, but document everything. Avoid accepting quick vouchers without checking terms, and never give up your right to a refund if you want money back. If you have a specific airline or country, I can list the exact pages and phone lines that help the most. Leave your route in the comments, and I'll add tailored links. If this helped, please subscribe and hit like. It helps me keep making clear, practical travel guides for people who don't fly every week. Thanks for watching. Safe travels, and don't let one schedule change ruin the rest of your trip. Subscribe and like for more straightforward travel rights help.